Greetings, I'm Solidus-Skully, and welcome to the final part of the Silent Hill commentary. Oh god, it's the final part already. Oh, if only we had more time to enjoy our fun-filled adventure here. Oh, poor Alessa. And I believe this is actually meant to be the attic of the Gillespie house, so either Alessa scrawled out that on the walls when she was punished by Dahlia, or... well, maybe that's just the other world working its magic. Anyway, in this case, well... yeah, pretty much got a few last things to really collect. A couple of trees, the key of... trees? No, the key of Aratron, stuff like that, really. And of course, which is pretty much our final reason for collecting all these mixed metaphor occultic items. That door is pretty much the point of no return, so yeah, once all the items have been collected, that's pretty much us, so yeah, not really too much else to say at this stage. It's pretty much a victory lap as we collect all the final items we need to and pretty much witness a amount of cutscenes, but yeah, as I mentioned beforehand, if you want to get the key of Aratron, have to turn off the power, which in turn will summon more stalkers, so yeah, be on your guard for the Shadow Grey children. Don't really have too much more commentary to really talk about in terms of trivia or anything else interesting to bring up about Nowhere. But given the fact that you are kind of having to backtrack without a map, yeah, things can be a little bit impenetrable, which is part of the reason why, again, back in the day, I did draw my own map of this place, just to find out where the hell I'm going, but... in the meantime, however, I guess maybe I can talk about, you know, maybe some of the endings, you know, on the off chance that you don't want to check out the original commentary where the bonus video did cover the endings, but... yeah, without spoiling anything that we have yet to see, to talk about some of the endings in slight depth anyway, yeah, you pretty much have 5 endings technically. The joke ending, of course, is the UFO ending, where Harry gets abducted by aliens, which is, again, I talked about it beforehand, but it's basically something achieved by using the channeling stone on the roof of Midwich Elementary, in the parking lot of the Norman's Inn, then on the boat, and then on the lighthouse. And by doing that, you get a sweet reward, where Harry gets electrocuted and has things shoved up his butt. But yeah, apart from that one, in terms of the serious endings, we have good plus, good, bad, and bad plus. The bad ending is pretty much achieved by basically doing fuck all, playing the game as normal, and not doing the Kaufmann side quest that we showed up beforehand, and, you know, also not saving Sybil. And what happens there is pretty much the most non-canonical thing of all, basically where Harry ends up dying in a car crash that I think, I might have brought this up earlier, was meant to be a reference to Jacob's Ladder, except done poorly because Jacob's Ladder at least had the ambiguity of, you know, the character being part of the Vietnam War, whereas Harry isn't. It's just thrown in because, oh, maybe it was all a dream. Tee-hee. So yeah, that one's kind of balls. The bad plus ending is actually achieved by not doing the Kaufmann side quest, but saving Sybil, where, well, for the sake of anything, basically Harry and Sybil are pretty much trapped in Silent Hill's Nowhere, and, well, that's kind of tragic, really. And Harry falls into despair. As for the good ending, well, that's the ending we're pretty much going for right now, so you'll be seeing that at the end of the part. And as for the good plot's ending, well, we technically saw that in the first commentary, but that one's pretty much achieved by doing the Kaufmann side quest and saving Sybil. And I guess that you can probably figure this out, since it is probably the best ending you can achieve. Yeah, Harry and Sybil escape Silent Hill together, and to kind of shade a bit of ambiguity on the ending, according to a strategy guide I recall reading once, basically the ending entails, you know, Alessa thanking Harry and Sybil for saving her life, and thus, I don't really know how the fuck this even works, allowing Harry and Cheryl and Sybil to travel back in time, with Sybil replacing Harry's wife, and thus raising Alessa in a loving household as she wanted all along. How the fuck does any of this work? I don't know, and that's even what canonically happens anyway, so fuck it. I suppose, if anything else, well, first of all, great children attack patterns, breathe it in while you can, do's and do-duts. But I suppose I might as well talk about some of the rewards you get by completing the endings. After a first playthrough, you do get a gas canister, which you can use to, you know, use the petrol to fuel either the rock drill that we saw, you know, all the way back in the bridge area, or you can use it to fuel the chainsaw. You can only pick one or the other, so make your decision wisely, my friends. Yeah, by completing both the bad and good ending, you end up getting actually the katana, which, yeah, all the way back in the house on Levin Street, you know, right at the beginning of the game, there was a locked door, like, right off to the left once you enter the house. And, yeah, by entering in there after completing those two endings, you get the katana, which actually helps push Harry along whenever you swing it around, so... yeah, it's quite a useful method of traversing around, and it is actually quite powerful, especially as the game upgrades your difficulty on each successive playthrough. Tentatively titled, Next Fear. And, yeah, the final weapon you get is by completing the UFO ending, which is, the Hyper Blaster. More about that at 11, but in the meantime, it's time for some revelations. Oh yeah.
Everything is going according to plan, sheltered in the womb.
But it's not done yet. Half the soul is lost. That is why the seed lies dormant.
And what soul remains captured in that husk is buried deep down in the subconscious.
Are you trying to say it won't work? That wasn't our agreement.
No, these are just stalling tactics. If we lend a hand, we will be able to get power. Never fear, the promise shall not be broken.
But the power we could draw now will be very weak. Almost nothing. Unless we get the other half of the soul.
We'll use a magical spell. Feeling this child's pain, it's sure to come.
But that will take time.
Well now. By the way, who the hell was that other voice actor for the other Doctor? I mean, not the one with a deep voice. I mean, the one that's obviously Michael G putting on a deeper Harry Mason... A deeper Harry Mason impression? I'm talking about the guy who was like, half the soul is lost. That is why the seed lies dormant. I mean, they don't really credit any other voice actors, so I don't know. Was it a voice director, or was that Jarian Monroe just putting on like more of a accent for characters apart from Kaufmann? I don't know. It's weird, really. Mysterious. But anyway, I guess to kind of, you know, shed light on pretty much all of this at this stage, so I won't really have much of a chance to talk about it. Yeah, the soul split. If you couldn't already tell at this stage, you know, with the whole same day we found Cheryl, same day Alessa was burned in a fire. Yes, indeedy, Cheryl Mason and Alessa Gillespie, they are one and the same, and have been split in twain. Harry seems to be the only one who doesn't seem to get all this, but, he will soon. And, as you can no doubt tell, that's also part of the reason why Cheryl isn't Harry's biological daughter, and in turn why, well, things are about to become very tragic, and is part of the reason why in the Bad Plus ending, well, and also the bad ending, actually, where, you know, bad things happen, and, Cheryl and Alessa disappear, and, Harry falls into despair. Although in the Bad Plus ending, Sybil at least does give him a bit of a bitch slap, so... yeah, nothing can shake him out of his stupor. But then again, given all Harry's been through with Cheryl as his driving motivation, my heart goes out to the man. But anyway, as we put together all these items, like the Dagger of Melchior, the Disc of Ouroboros, or Rob or Ross, or Ouroboros. Anyway, now it's time for more revelations about, Dahlia's infertility.
Come along. No, I don't want to. Do what Mommy tells you now. I just want you to lend me a teeny bit of your power, that's all. No. I don't want to do it. It will make everyone happy, and it's for your own good, too. Oh, but Mommy, I just want to be with you. Just two of us. Please understand. Maybe Mommy has been wrong.
Mommy!
Why didn't I see this before? There's no reason to wait. Herein lies the mother's womb, containing the power to create life. I could have done it all myself.
Mommy?
By the way, to clarify a little something about the whole God being born through a woman ritual, again, it's not through traditional pregnancy, like, being, inseminated or pregnated by physical means. It's done via spiritual power, which, in the case of Alessa, she was a more viable spiritual medium than Dahlia ever could, hence why that earlier scene said that she needed to borrow a bit of Alessa's power, and yeah, apart from all the squicky implications of God molestation, it's entirely because, well, again, Alessa was more spiritually inclined while Dahlia wasn't, so she couldn't have done it all herself.
Dahlia.
Well, well, well. To think you'd make it this far.
Where's Cheryl? What have you done to her?
What are you talking about? You've seen her many times, restored to her former self.
I'm in no mood for jokes.
Don't you see? She's right there.
That's absurd.
You are the only one who thinks so.
Why? Why are you doing this?
It's been a long 7 years. For the 7 years since that terrible day, Alessa has been kept alive, suffering a fate worse than death. Alessa has been trapped in an endless nightmare from which she never awakens. He has been nurtured by that nightmare, waiting for the day to be born. That day has finally come. The time is nigh. Everyone will be released from pain and suffering. Our salvation is at hand. This is the day of reckoning, when all our sorrows will be washed away. When we return to the true paradise, my daughter will be the Mother of God.
Quit screwing around. Return things to how they were before.
Kaufmann!
Did I ask for this? Nobody uses me. You won't get away with this.
Your role is over. We don't need you anymore. What do you think you can accomplish by coming here?
My, aren't we getting cocky? Bet you can't see this.
Glorious! I thought I got rid of that!
All I had to do was plant it somewhere for you to find. You all, well, kept you busy. Ha! You're easy. And there's more where this came from.
Stop it!
Huh? What the?
Well now, by the way, Kaufmann completely fucks off at this point, so yeah, that's it from him. I guess he was too cowardly to take on God, but this is where Harry Mason earns his wings as a God-slayer. Yes, indeed, he will inspire his future daughter to take the reins and to talk about the Samael boss fight in, well, relative terms, although it's not even technically called Samael in this phase, it's pretty much the Incubus. Same thing applies whether you're fighting Samael or the Incubator, really. Which is pretty much the form that you saw Alessa in beforehand. Yeah, they'll blast off some torrents of lightning. It does significantly fucking hurt, so you pretty much need to run around, avoid the lightning, shoot the boss down using the most powerful weapons, and bada bing, you do the thing and pretty much save the day, and with your hunting rifle, yeah, you should save the day. And if you don't have any ammunition for your weapons, well, since you can't hit the boss with melee weapons, it'll die just after running around for a set period of time. Interesting little bug, actually, but it's quite fun like that. And so, dudes and dudettes, that was Silent Hill. My second favorite game in the series, and that was the good ending. Harry escapes Silent Hill alone, he has a reincarnation of Alessa cuddled within his arms, Cheryl, as he knows it, is gone, and Alessa herself pretty much continues to suffer in death, so yeah, that's a bit balls. But, again, Silent Hill 1, it's a fucking great game, and, yeah, revisiting this commentary again after 10 years was a lot of fucking fun. I pretty much expunged everything that I need to say, you know, both in the original commentary, in the review, and even all throughout this one, really, so, yeah, Master Designer Naoki Sato. Take that, Masahiro Ito. This is fuck. Eating toast. Whatever. Whenever do you find out who writes this game, I'm gonna hazard a guess it was probably more of a combination between a lot of the people with a, you know, motion story designer or whatever, and Keiichiro Toyama's direction, but I don't know, they all did good work on this one, and I don't know. Silent Hill 1 is just a very unique experience even within the series itself. Like, I mean, if it was just this game and the rest of the series didn't exist, it tells its story pretty well, and quite honestly, I think it's actually quite great. And by the way, this track isn't Esperdote, it's Killing Time, but you do get different credits things based on which endings you complete, so yeah, there's a lot to enjoy. Anyway, I don't really have too much to really expunge my thoughts, and even in that case, I've pretty much done that all throughout the commentary itself, so, you know, I hope you dudes and dudas have had fun, I hope you've enjoyed the commentary, and, you know, for those of you who've just joined us after 10 years, or for those of you coming back in, I hope you enjoyed, you know, seeing a slice of Silent Hill and, just enjoying this game for what it is, because I do think it's genuinely a great game. But anyway, as for what I'm doing next, coming up next will be Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, but to give me a bit of prep time for that, well, we're pretty much going to be hopping from one Konami game to another as we jump from Silent Hill over to Castlevania / Akamojo Dracula / Vampire Killer. Yeah, it's pretty much just going to be a two-part commentary, so nothing too long, it's just there to give me a bit of prep time as I, you know, get all the parts ready for Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, so in that case, yeah, not really too much else to say. On that note, I am Solidus-Skully, keep it new metal, and this was Silent Hill with the mysterious music. Crackle, crackle, pop, crackle, pop.